And believe it or not, the weather still, up until this point, has a big role in what the foliage is going to look like. And especially with cool mornings, warm afternoons, that's what those vibrant colors really like. So we got a lot of that in store for us yet again for us today. So again, already starting to see some of those leaves change. And for us here in Central Ohio, we'll be about mid to late month, a little bit maybe over the next couple weeks. We'll see that peak for those more so into northern Ohio, but we'll be closer to, from like the 19th to the 26th of October, where we'll see that peak foliage here in town, closer to Halloween for those down to the south. But not as chilly out this morning for you. We do have some clouds that are moving in, but still a cool start to the day. Warm afternoon in store for us yet again. But we've been talking about it for several days now, a big cool down that's going to be coming in town for the weekend. The good news is not a whole lot of rain associated with this, but some big changes for the overall day for your Friday as far as those temperatures. Right now we're sitting at 47 degrees, feels like 47, and nice to see not much of a breeze out there. So it's not going to be feeling, 5 to 10 degrees cooler, and really we're not influenced that much by the wind chill until those temperatures start to get into the 30s for us. But you can see we're starting to see some of that cloud coverage move in, perhaps a little bit of rain far to the west of I-75 in western Ohio. Probably not going to be seeing much rain, if any, through the course of the next 12 to 16 hours, maybe a little bit as we head into your Friday morning, but things are going to be looking pretty dry as a whole. So we're more so going to see some added cloud coverage through the first half of the day. Then eventually we'll see better chances for rain along this cold front, which is going to be bringing us the coldest air of the season thus far for us as we head into the weekend. So the clouds are actually kind of helping to keep things fairly mild and more seasonable from Columbus out to the west, but you can see a lot of places low 40s down in Chillicothe at 41, 45 in Coshocton, 42 in Newark, 41 in Lancaster. It's going to take some time for those clouds to kick out to the east, so likely a chilly morning similar to what it was yesterday for those that are east of Columbus for the most part. But regardless, like everyone else yesterday, we're going to see those temperatures climb back in the upper 60s, low 70s, a little bit warmer here in town. We'll see some breaks in the clouds, perhaps a bit into the afternoon. But again, staying dry, not much of a breeze out there. Winds will be out of the west-southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then expecting fairly calm conditions tonight. And it's not going to be as chilly. We'll fall to about 50 tonight. And you might suspect, okay, it's not as cold to start Friday morning, then Friday afternoon will probably be cool. Well, it won't be as warm, but still pretty cool. It's actually going to be chilly for us because with this front and the timing of this, we're going to see some fairly cloudy skies to start the day on Friday. Once this front comes through, that's where we'll start to see a big change where it looks like, again, just a chance for a few showers, mainly north of Columbus in the early part of the day. Probably best chance for us to see any rain here in town will be before 12 o'clock. And right now, still looking pretty dry for us. We're going to continue to see relatively clear skies then as we head into the evening. So things will be looking pretty nice for, not only those Friday night football games, but kicking off the Italian Fest. Boy, some warm Italian food, that's going to go a long way with these temperatures hanging out into the mid-50s by 5 o'clock and then 40s as we head into the evening hours. And especially for those Friday night ball games, temperatures kick off right around 51 degrees. So definitely layer up. Despite, waking up tomorrow morning, you might think it's, I just need the jacket in the morning. You're going to need it pretty much all day long. Our low for Friday is not going to occur until late into the day Friday. So that's why we see the 43. That's going to be late Friday. Tonight we'll be at about 50. And then downright cold heading to Saturday and Sunday morning. Patchy frost across the state. 37 Saturday morning, 57 for a high. A little bit warmer Sunday, but still very chilly in the morning with a low around 36 degrees.